everybody, welcome back to Shots Life and the $10 boat. It's been a couple weeks since I've worked on her. It got down to -6 degrees here in Kentucky, and then we had Christmas and whatever. So it's just been too cold to even be messing around out here. But today, as you can see, I got all the bay doors open. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. So I figure we'll get back on this boat. It's in the morning still, so we have quite a bit of time. But I figure we'll get on this bulkhead today, and we'll get the thickened resin on the backside of that and tab it in, or I hope so anyway. So we'll start back here. I'll need to get it all wiped down and all that, but we'll start back here. You guys will definitely have a better view than me, but we'll thicken resin that in and then tab it. And then we'll probably try to move to the side. I need to thicken resin around all these little cracks around the top of here. And then once that's done, then we'll look at maybe even putting fiberglass on. We'll see where we get today. You know, we've had a couple good days. Hopefully we have a good day today. Hopefully the resin works out. I got 2 new gallons of resin because we're out again. And yeah, so I'll do that, and then I'll cut up some fiberglass, and then we'll just see where we are. Or maybe I'll cut up some fiberglass, and then we'll see where we get to. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. All right, let's get busy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this tabbing out so I can use these glorious scissors that Nathan got us instead of these ones that barely cut, but are covered in resin. Yeah, so we're looking at basically got to get around this thing here. I'll get you a better view than me. So I think that one kind of goes there. And we'll make a couple of those because we'll put one over there as well. And then we'll have to figure out how to tab here, and then tab this, and then tab that. So I'm just gonna try to play around with this stuff, make a bunch of small pieces, try to remember where they go, and then have them all ready. And then we'll go cut some big fiberglass for the sides. That'll get us going, you know. It's just to get it tabbed in there, right? And then we'll put a full sheet on it once we get this in there. But it's pretty choppy, but it's a choppy kind of place, right? So let me stretch my legs for a second. Oh, and then I'll get that out and kind of set it up here. I'll clean up in there, and then I'll go cut these pieces here. All right, then we get to wiping stuff up. All right, so this totally sucks. I didn't know I was this low on fiberglass, so I got enough to do the backside of that bulkhead, and then I'll only be able to do 2 sheets on each side of the tank well. I had no idea that this was that low. I knew it was low, but I figured there's enough to get around there at least one time. So I guess we know what we're doing today. We're ordering more fiberglass. Oh, well, I'm glad I left the packing receipt in there so I can order another. I'm gonna get a whole row though. I'm gonna have to find a smaller roll, because I sure don't need as much as I had, but I'd like to have some around too anyway. All right, so there you go. Kind of limited on what we're doing today, but by the time we do thicken resin and get the other side tabbed in and then get these in, I think that's a pretty good day anyway. And then we'll just clean up, straighten up, and yeah, go from there. And I'll get this on order so we can get going here early next week, right? In a couple days. All right, so let me get this done and we'll go from there. That sucks. All right, so I got the fiberglass on order, all $250 something worth. So if you haven't subscribed or liked this video, please do, because I need your help. The more activity, like the comments and the liking and the subscribers, the more YouTube pushes the video forward. And I need to make up for the money I'm spending. Don't tell the wife. All right, so yeah, I got that on order. I went ahead and just did it now because I was like, man, that'll give me, you know, if they get it out today, I might get it a day faster or something. I think it said 2 January. which sucks because we're gonna have like a few good days in a row. So hopefully it comes in a little faster. So anyway, we'll go ahead and do the thickened resin on the mid bolt hole there and then tab it in, and then we'll put what fiberglass we do have on the sides and get that in. And then since we're gonna be stuck, I'll go ahead and cut these and finish these stringers out and get those thickened resin and tabbed down because it has to be done. I just wasn't gonna do it because it was kind of gonna be like I'm fighting myself, right? So I might as well go ahead and do that since we're kind of at a standstill anyway. Hey, to answer a couple questions. Oh yeah, I need to take that board out, get those screws out of there. I need to do that before I forget. Yeah, because those need to be pulled out. People are asking how the water gets out of the tank area, and there is a hole down there. I know I probably didn't show it very good on camera, but there's another little piece of pipe that goes through right there, and then comes out this other side, and actually keep a stopper in it because this obviously gets water in it when it's rolling down the road, I guess. So yeah, it has a stopper that blocks it off. But that's how the water gets out of that compartment. And then, oh yeah, and then the pipe is for the front bilge pump. Yeah, so we're getting close to putting this tank in there. And another question that people had was, you better check the length of the tank versus the compartment. And I completely get what you're saying, because with the 2-tank system, there wasn't much room. But with this, I have like 3 inches or so still left over, even after I put that board this way of the bulkhead. So I do appreciate the comment, because I had measured and then I just kind of had forgotten. I was like, man, I better measure that again just to make sure. So I do appreciate the comment. It made me look again, but it is taken care of. We have plenty of room. So that answers that question too. So, all right, with all that said, let me get a drill and get this piece out. And then, yeah, I guess I'll start making up some thickened resin and get that stuff in there. Got my tabbing, got my stuff. Oh, I need a roller, the roller. I ruined the last time I ruined that roller. I didn't even clean it, I just threw it away. But I thought I had another one. No, that's the other one. I know I have another one somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. All right, so new roller, all right. So we're good to go, I think, for supplies. I'll go through it in my head, not on camera, and then I'll get to work so I don't forget something big. Yeah. Yeah, thanks again to Nathan for the scissors. All right, so we'll get these cut. I got them marked, and then we'll kind of trim the bottom, round the bottom off, so it fits up against that thickened corner, and really should be good. Wanted to get that done before I start fiberglassing, because I don't want to be doing that in the smell. So let me get these cut. I'll get rid of this chewing gum. Don't ever buy a gum machine. And yeah, I think we'll be ready to get smelly. That's this one. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Oh, it's gonna be tight, which is good. Yeah, I think it's sitting on this right here. I may have to do a little grinding. I don't want to. We'll have to see. And this one goes out to the one I... Yeah, that one's perfect. Okay, so that one's easy peasy. All right, let's mask up and get on her. It's stink time. Oh man, I wish I had some more fiberglass. I really wanted to get all the way around. Oh well. Yep, poor planning, poor planning. And to think I ran all the munitions in the Air Force at one time. Oh well, let's get busy. All right, real fast. That was kind of crazy. I'm out of silica. I mean, I didn't have enough silica to finish everything. So I ended up just doing the one on this side. I was like, well, let me go ahead and, because I had some left over and I didn't want to waste it. I know I didn't have a lot, so I went ahead and finished this side. So I'll go ahead and tab this in as well when I'm tabbing. So all this is done inside here. It's looking pretty good, for my opinion. And so, you know, that one just kicked off. I don't know what's going on with that camera. That camera is driving me crazy. It did that last time. All right, so anyway, I did around the edges, around the tops, kind of built up the two corners, and then kind of smoothed it all down here. There is a little bit of cloth sticking out from where I had that cloth flapped out. I'll have to cut that off later once it dries out real good. But yeah, we're in a good place. So basically, I'll tab the front side of that. I'll put the 2 sheets here. I'll put the 2 sheets there, and then I'll tab this. So that's kind of where we're at. Let me get back in here and get busy. Stupid camera. All right, real quick, let me get my mask back on. But yeah, we got the inside of that all tapped out. It looks pretty good. I did go pretty thick on the resin in there, and I know I'll probably hear somebody will say it, but that's all right. I did, and I just didn't want to mess around. I wanted to get it and get it out, right? So yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and get our 2 sheets on this side, switch over and get our 2 sheets on that side, and then we'll tab this one stringer out. Wish I had enough to finish that side out. It'd be great, but running out of supplies. All right, well, let me get back at this, get this mask back on. It's really not as bad as it normally is because these doors are wide open and it's nice outside, except for somebody's burning. Man, that smells like smoke. I can smell the smoke over the resin, which just tells you how strong the smoke is. But all right, let me get busy. I just took the rollers and stuff out the trash there. But did you see that last big piece? Holy cow, that thing freaked out on me. It went everywhere. I couldn't get it to lay in there. I mean, I kept working it. Thank goodness we got it in. But holy cow, did it give me a heck of a fight. Now I'll have to come and cut the top off there later because, I mean, you saw what that thing was doing. It just lost its shape altogether. What a mess that was. But we got in there. We got the inside all tabbed out. We got this stringer down. We didn't get that one, but oh well. We got the walls all fiberglassed up on both sides. We just used scrap for the corners. So actually for running out of everything, we actually did pretty good today. I'm going to get the fan going in here just so it blows out the exhaust, the fumes a little better. But not bad at all. I mean, really, honestly, for being short on everything, I did use a gallon of resin, and yeah. So I have another gallon, but I'll have to get some more of that ordered up. But other than that, we did okay. So there you go. So yeah, what do you guys think? That one that wore me out. There is going to be a little bit of a thing there. I don't know. I tried rolling it out, and then I had to cut it there just to get it to fold back over each other and lay flat. You can see it's stretched. I mean, like the whole thing just ended up pulling. So I guess because the top got wet first and the bottom didn't get wet, the top, when I was pulling it back, the top expanded. I don't know. What a mess. We will have to clean that up for sure. Once it dries out, I'm just going to let it sit for a while, and then I'll just come back with a knife and cut that off or whatever. It would probably be hard then, so I'll come back with a little saw or something, oscillating saw or something. But yeah, not bad at all for today's progress. I wish I had more fiberglass though, but honestly at this point I need to step away anyway because I'm starting to step. I mean, you guys saw me step in that. You didn't tell me I was stepping in it, but I stepped in that like 3 times and pulled it off. Thank goodness it rolled back down, no big deal. So we just got to get this other side done up, and we'll do that later. We still got to do a couple coats of fiberglass on the back side of that bulkhead there. And of course, we'll end up having to do this back wall here as well eventually. But really, really good progress once again. I mean, overall. Yeah, hopefully that fiberglass comes in from Jamestown Distribution quickly. They usually are pretty fast. Lots of times I order it on Amazon because it's a little bit cheaper, which is weird. But anyway. The fiberglass ordered from them. And that's that. All right. Well, here's some video of the lake. This is farther up the lake. No, this is mid-lake. So that's mid-lake. I actually showed you a couple marinas ahead of this, both Gwen Island and mid-lake. But this is mid-lake island, or mid-lake island, mid-lake marina. Woo, too many fumes. I got to get out of here. All right. I can't believe I ran out of fiberglass. Rookie mistake. everybody, that's going to be it for me this week. I will see you next time, because some people don't like me to say next week. I'll see some of you next week, and I'll see some of you next episode. Whatever. If you watch me every week, it makes sense. See you next week. See ya.